It's a really special day for us to actually be launching this new group. There wasn't anything out there. This is for adults, diagnosed or undiagnosed, and it's a social group, and the whole point of it is it's co-designed.
The idea for the group came about because as an autistic person, I found it very hard to find a social or support group that was local and suitable for me. We hope all members feel valued and listened to, and we will take on board any ideas or suggestions people may have.
Mayor Councillor Phil Page.
I always think that autism is a word that nobody mentions. Autism can be like a piece of string. It can be mild or severe.
The reason the group came about is as an autistic person myself, I found it struggled to find support and a place for me to have a social and like-minded environment.
One of the main factors that I believe made me come to this group was to be surrounded by like-minded people with similar mindsets.
It's actually been nice meeting new people because you never know what people are like unless you get to know them.
First difference between my issues and symptoms with autism inside the group compared to the outside the group is the fact that when I'm outside the group, my eyes immediately look at every person every time I walk past them or notice them in my eyesight.
I don't see autistic people in this group, I just see regular people.
I ain't got to worry about, oh, my possessions are suddenly going to be stolen. I ain't got to worry, oh, he's going to judge me for being autistic, oh, he's going to judge me for having mental health. At least when I'm in the WAG, I can be relaxed, I can be calm, myself, and I ain't nowhere near as anxious as compared to when I was outside.
It will help them gain new skills and it will help them gain new interests that they have never gained before.
I was diagnosed with autism this April. 15, 16, 17 years, way too late. So I had no help through school, no help through education, integrating into society, no help with people, socialising, managing mental health, etc.
It's made me more comfortable to talk to people I don't know, and it's made me more prone to actually introduce myself more.
The fact that I'm talking to other people is actually not that bad. Getting to know them a lot better, and them getting to know me.
The Wolverhampton Autism Group is perfect for spreading the awareness of the condition in and around Wolverhampton.
At least I know now, if I need help, I've got it, whether it's personal, emotional, physical, mental, I've got it.
I've liked the fact there have been opportunities like cooking and going on trips.
It's safe, or just as safe, or even safer than it is at home. There's people you know, there's people you trust, people you're comfortable with, and above all, they're exactly like you.
The environment's very relaxed. I mean, it's an environment that you can just chill and chat to people.
That's the best part about the WAG, for me personally, is you don't ever get judged.
I'm helping a newcomer to the group settle in by showing them around.
I feel that this group has given me the confidence going forward in the skills that I want to develop, such as communication, for instance, because I think that's one trait that many autistic people do have a weakness in. I believe that this group will help them turn this weakness into a strength.
Drama, some singing, some games, so on. Or cooking, at least, or take some trips.
I just wanted to say thank you to the staff for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something, and I hope to see this group expand and grow into something big.
I'm hoping to get out of it is to be more confident within myself, to become the better version of me, to kind of let people know just because you don't have autism and I do doesn't make me any different.
I thought it was really interesting, more of an icebreaker, getting to know people, introducing each other, and then mentioning on from the papers what we struggle with. I think that's really helpful.
I thought it was alright. Some people were a bit nervous, of course.
We need to understand each other, we need to help each other. We need to kind of understand that, yeah, we're a group of people who've got autism, but we are normal. It's not out there that autism is a problem, but it is, in a way. So we need to kind of let people know that people are there for us, but we're also there for them.
Well, I've came to socialise really and to meet other people with a similar mindset. I'd say it is important because if they don't, these people would just stay in their houses all day and just never get any support and get increasingly distant with society.
What I would like to get out of the sessions is not only more awareness for autism because of how much struggle ourselves. I know for myself because I've been diagnosed with it since the age of 4 and it's quite a struggle. But I'm hoping that everyone with that condition gets a lot more support as well.
What I thought about this autism group is that it's a good idea because people out there struggle. My struggle with this is I can't always understand people's sarcasm or their jokes. Most of the time I'm hiding myself away, scared of a lot of things in the future and scared of myself as well.
It lets them people that join that they're not alone in on this.
We should have more sessions to help develop more autistic people because I know how they're feeling.
It's good to meet other people with autism. Confidence by meeting other people.
It started when Joey came to me asking if I wanted to be a part of something new, and I took the opportunity. I feel like I'm part of the actual staff of the group.
Yeah, it's pretty much needed actually. Without it, people won't go far. Not with autism anyway.
Well, I don't really go out and about on my own at home, you know what I mean, always in the house. I don't really talk that much, but I'm okay just sitting in the room listening to other people talk. It should continue, give people a chance to meet other people with autism. Because I like to know other groups about, to be honest.
Hi, I'm Harry, I'm 25. This is the third time I've come to the Wolverhampton Autism Group. I'd seen an advert on Facebook and I thought, well, I'm autistic and that sounds interesting, so I'll come along and see what it's about. It's nice to meet like-minded people and it's nice to have kind of activities, so because we can struggle with socialising sometimes, it's nice to kind of have people to chat to that share interests and stuff. But although I'm very chatty, I get really bad social anxiety, so I'll seem like I'm chatty, but it's nice to have that validation from people after I go home. I think probably that it's free, because a lot of times if you want to go out and meet people, you have to pay, you have to, I don't know, go to the pub or go to a cafe or something, and when you really struggle with socialising, because autistic people sometimes can maybe struggle more in deployment, it makes it a lot less achievable, but having somewhere to just go and be for a few hours that's doesn't take too much out of you mentally, it's really good. People that don't want to go don't have to go, but people that do want to get out and about and do a bit more, that maybe wouldn't have their own group of friends to go with, get that option. And also the fact that you've got other people sorting it out. I especially often struggle making phone calls and arranging things, and that might put me off doing that with my friends, but here it's kind of been sorted out, so it takes some of the mental strain off you.
Joey, I overheard him talking and I told him I've got Asperger's. He told me about this place and thought I'd come down and have a look. And I'm here. I'm enjoying it. It feels a bit like a youth club. But it's alright because it gets people like myself in a room and we all just get along. Just mixing with other people, and playing a couple of board games and listening to other people on the instruments. Groups like this, there's not enough of them, if there's any of them. It's like a bit of a outreach for people to do something with their lives instead of feeling like them in isolation and suffering, because I feel like I suffer a lot alone. I personally feel that these places need to be ongoing for the long term, because it's a lifelong condition what we've got, and these places are very important to us. But the sadness of it is that they're short-lived, they're shut down as quick as they open. So I personally feel for us to get on better with our lives, we've got somewhere we can turn to leisurely and and meet up with other people. So I feel that these places need to be kept ongoing for as long as possible.
I'm sure that everybody here has faced some form of obstacle in their lives or some form of a barrier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because of these two programs now, I'm set to start an acting course in January. And I've found work as well as a freelance youth worker. There are grown adults who have autism, and then there are children who have autism, so it's like they have to learn like how to cope with it themselves.
I don't think autism is something you can tell people have just by looking at them. Although, if you observe somebody for long enough, you could perhaps say that they have certain traits. Particularly in my case, because I was only diagnosed maybe 2 years ago. But it's a lifelong condition, so I've always had it and always will have it. And I suppose the difficulties come when you're interpreting the situation as something and other people see it a different way, but you don't quite understand why other people are not seeing it the same way.
I find it hard to socialise, so if I went to mainstream school, I'd be considered the weird kid, if you get what I mean.
One thing I would say, make the point that I have a different experience to other people, is being a person of colour and autistic/disabled, whatever you want to call it. Because in some communities, disability, particularly neurological and mental health conditions, aren't given the same recognition, or they're more stigmatised than other communities.
My type of autism is Asperger's. It's a mild form of autism. It basically affects my social anxieties, how I interact with people, and basically affects how I read other people's body language, really.
I guess I used to cook my hands. Like, it's a place for like people that kind of like me, that they're facing the same things. And it's also because I can actually bring a few lessons here. Probably a drumming instructor as well, part of a band. Like I said, if they're struggling with something and they're finding it a bit hard to answer the question, give them a bit of time to think.
So I want to walk forward.